Hey there, this is Malorian, and this will be a couple of games, 35 points, a little bit of practice for the future here, but I actually have my opponent that's going to be able to explain what he had and what his thoughts were, and it should be interesting as I get my butt kicked. So, Borgnine, you want to explain your kind of army here?
It's really similar to an army that I want to take to a pseudo-hardcore tournament coming up. But I've got Severius, who's my caster, Prime Severius. He's in his battle group. He's got the Blessing of Vengeance and 2 Reckoners. In the front, I've got full Exemplar Errants with UA. I also have the Rupert Carvolo, what is that guy called?
Oh, Vassal.
Vassal and Max Squire. Oh, and then I've also got the Rask.
Yeah. On my side, I'm going to be running kind of a more lightning-themed one, so all around Nemo. So I'm going to be having a Thunderhead, the Stormclad, Stormblades, 3 Stormcallers, Strangeways, and Stormguard. So overall, the mission here is Incursion. First 1 to 5. You get 1 for controlling a flag, 2 for dominating, and 1's going to disappear. I know for this one here, I went second. So Borgnine, were there any plans to the way, like how you're going to approach this game?
No, not really.
Just kill my dudes?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, with these big rock pillars, I was hoping that I wouldn't have to deal with the flag on the right, so I have the one guy there to try and tie it up. But otherwise, just want to kind of get up there, really just want to locomotion up, pulse, kill his errant guys if I can, and then I should be okay, but I know those Reckoners are going to really put some big dents in my army. So, Borgnine, what did you do in your first turn?
I've moved up with the Errants, and they got Defender's Ward on them, and Rupert Carvolo made them tough. I didn't really want to get too far forward because I knew that he had the shot from the Thunderhead, so I stayed pretty far back, spread out quite a bit. I mean, I couldn't do any attacking or anything, so pretty much just the Reckoners moved up, and Blessing of Vengeance moved up, and Severius is in a pretty good spot to move into the bunker next turn, and yeah, he's got the Eye of Menoth up. Other than that, there's not too much happening.
On my turn then, really just moving up, I only had 1 for locomotion. So I got a free focus on the Stormclad because the Stormblades are there. I go up and I power booster the Thunderhead, and the hope was that I could go up and at least zap one of the errants, but I wasn't able to do it. So I have deflection up on Nemo. I have the +2 strength up on the Stormclad, and then the Electrify up onto the Thunderhead. Really trying to respect his range for his errants, and just the type of thing where I want to get the Alpha Strike with the Thunderhead, so you can see the troops are staying back. Nemo is there safe in the bunker, and hopefully I can just go and feet, disrupt his stuff, and then get the hell out of here. So the flag that disappears is the one on the right. And what happened here, Borgnine?
Well, he moved up Nemo, who he didn't have any focus on him, but he had that deflection or whatever for +2 armor.
Yeah.
So he was sitting at basically 18-16, and I figured it'd be a good idea to just go for the caster kill. So I loaded up both Reckoners with focus, and I was able to get into range by using their assault.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, needed 10s to hit with the boost, and then I actually ended up rolling 15 on my damage and killed him straight up.
Just a one-shot. This is my Achilles heel. I always screw up and fall for these long-range assassinations. But luckily, this meant we had time for a second game. So what changed in your list here, Borgnine?
So this is the actual hardcore list, and basically Prime Severius just becomes Prime Kreoss, and Blessing of Vengeance becomes a Redeemer. Everything else is the same.
So otherwise, on my side, this isn't my tournament, but this is something that I really thought he'd need practice against. I'm actually stacking the odds in my favor because I figure this is a matchup that's bad for him. But I'm running Rask, 2 Posse, a Spitter. I have also the min unit there of the Bogtrogs, and then I'm going to have a Feral Geist. And really, the reason why I think it's anti is, of course, with the feat, he just can't really shoot, and he can't really cast or kill because I have all these Bogtrogs and stuff like that. So it's really just kind of helping him get ready, or if he ever has this bad matchup in the tournament. So same terrain, same mission, nothing different here. Only thing that's different is that I have the first turn. From my part here, sorry, I also have Snapjaw and Wrong Eye in the far flank. And so with that, I'm just trying to cover everything. I'm more of a scenario player, so I'm going to try and push for that. For you, Borgnine, was it just looking for the pop and drop again, or what was your plan?
Mostly I was thinking I wasn't thinking assassination with the pop and drop. I was mostly thinking just trying to wreck your gators with it, like the posse, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured that was what I was going for. I know that Rask is pretty tough to kill, and with transfers it's a lot harder to do pop and drop versus guys with the focus mechanics. So yeah.
So I get first turn. I don't know why, but I put up inexplicable ground, just something where I don't know. But either way, I have the submerge up onto the wrong eye and snapshot. He actually trampled up after that. I have the of course the +1 toughness juju going on for my gators. They're running up. Fairy guys got up the flank, and I actually decided to pop my feet this turn because I was kind of worried about losing too many posse members before I really jump into him. Because really, if he wants to stop me from going on the objectives, he has to move up. So I really thought he'd be moving up towards me, and if not, then I get them. So there was some questions raised about whether this is the right time to pop the feet, and I guess we could kind of talk about that at the end. But this is what I did. Borgnine, your turn one. What happened?
I just pretty much inched up because I really didn't want to get my errants in charge range from all those posse, and I mean he had the feet up, so I couldn't be blasting long range shots from the Redeemer or Reckoner. So pretty much just moved up slowly. The errants got tough and defenders ward, of course, and yeah, I really not set up for scenario very well at all.
So just like last time, it was a right flag that disappeared. And this is my second term, and this is what I'm thinking, that I'm going to get all over him. I'm going to go, the way they're set up with this like cliff there and everything, the left flag is going to be very easy to be scoring on. So I have the Feral Geist there to score there, Posse in the middle, and basically I'm just kind of making sure that if he goes up too much with the Reckoners, Snapshot can get him. Rask is pretty far back and have all those, bog trogs around me for sacrifice and all these things. I was only able to kill like one of his guys or something like that. But at the end of the turn, I was like, oh yeah, I scored 2 points and I'm in a perfect position for a scenario. And that's because, Borgnine laughs at me because I went first in this one, where I was thinking already of last game where I went second. So that last game stupidity is hurting me even into this game. So I basically presented my guys to him. And I mean, looking at now, this would have been an okay time to feed, or I should have held back a little bit more and then feeded. But either way, chips are in, and we'll have to see what happens. All right, Borgnine. This is mainly him popping his feet, and he just catches just the posse here. Otherwise, what happened, Borgnine?
So with the posse all knocked down, it was pretty easy for me to smash them really good with the Reckoners and the Redeemer, and I had the errants charging. Unfortunately, I actually thought I was going to do more. This really wasn't. I mean, I killed nearly 2 posses, but for some reason I thought I'd do more. I really haven't put myself in a good position for a scenario at all because I've been so defensive. But I was, reasonably happy to smash those guys so badly. I'm not a guy who's typically very aware of scenario very much, so that's something that's gonna come back to haunt me. But
it's funny how our Achilles' heels are perfectly what the other person's good at. So.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so I mean, looking at this here, he did a good job, stopping Snapshot so I can't get to his Reckoners or anything like that. But I actually do score 1 point on the left, which was actually lucky, because with his magical crossbows, he could have shot and killed the Feral Geist, but luckily he just didn't hit him. So I do have 1 point so far. So on my turn, I had to make a choice whether I wanted to go up and dominate the far left flag to get up to 3 or just score normally again. I also had hopes I'd get the middle one, but it just really wasn't possible. And because I had to shoot off Defender's Ward with Rask, I couldn't dominate this turn. So he basically came over, shot a guy. I have, of course, all the transfers. I have Admonition up onto the Spitter now. All those Bog Trogs around me. I'm going to score again from the Feral Geist. I get up with the Posse. They kill what they can. They actually did very well. I don't think he made any toughs this turn. Yeah. Otherwise, I know it's more suicidal, but I just kind of sent in Wrong Eye, or Snapshot rather, on the right there to kill off a couple of his errants. Now, I know his Reckoners will kill me now, but remember, I'm going for scenario, and if I can pull his Reckoners to the right, that makes it all the more easy for me to win the left. And then, of course, the more errants I kill, the fewer he has to go up and tie me up. So I'm at 2 points now, but I'm down a lot, and he's probably about to clean up all my posse. All right, Borgnine, what happened here?
So cast Defender's Ward on Kreoss, and he just handed out a bunch of focus to the Reckoners. Oh, and one to the Redeemer, and as you can see on the left, he tried to run to contest the objective because I'm finally kind of realizing that I'm in big trouble for objectives. Other than that, the errants came charging in and killed off some posse. On the right, the Reckoner smashed Snapjaw really good. Well, I mean, he had a bunch of focus on him, so that's what you could expect. And then the other Reckoner was needed to finish off the posse member that's by the central flag there. And I was stupid and didn't know I had to be in base to base with the flag. I thought I just had to be close up. I'm not getting anything there.
You also hoped you could score with the errants, but they were actually under half, so unfortunately...
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was just the Reckoner.
Gotcha.
So...
But you did contest on the left flag, though, so it is still just 2.
Yeah, the Redeemer's just slightly close enough, but, I mean, he's not too hard to kill.
Yeah. So on my turn, what I do is I put up Fury now onto the Spitter. He comes over and smashes that Light Jack there. I basically just put up Inhospitable Ground, come over to Dominate. Just in case he's going to go and try and kill through the Spitter, I have the Feral Geist more safe now, so I can always possess him for forcing him to do another time. Wrong Eye basically runs over to engage one Reckoner. And then I charge run with all of my Bog Trogs. I was able to kill one of his guys with that, and Gator sneaks around to kill one more too. But I really think this was kind of foolish placement. My first idea was just to kind of plug things up to make sure he couldn't contest, but I kind of forgot about quick work. So a lot of these guys should probably just be further back. But at this point, it's 4 points to nothing for this scenario. And yeah, the big thing here is with that Inhospitable Ground up, those Reckoners are going to have a hell of a time trying to get over to me. All right, Borgnine, so what happens here?
So, like a retard, even though Malorian already told me about this earlier this game, I thought that Inhospitable Ground was a upkeep. So Kreoss purified and didn't get off the thing that was really important, which is Inhospitable Ground, which made it so I basically couldn't get anything close to his flag. Still tried anyway, though. Assaulted with the, or charged, sorry, with the errants. Killed quite a few guys. With quick work, I was able to fire off again. Killed 2, I think, with quick work and a couple with assault. The UA guy shot at Rask and did a couple damage. I guess in retrospect, I should have been shooting at the Bog Trog, because at this point, actually, I totally forgot that he could do this sacrificial pawn thing. So I thought I had a chance with giving a bunch of focus to the Reckoners and then just going for it because he had the 1 transfer. But with being able to do sacrificial pawn onto the Bog Trogs, I was just totally hooped, and there was nothing I could do to prevent him from scoring.
Yeah, so basically on his turn I dominate again, and that's the game. So kind of interesting. I guess we have to really face each other more, because then I'll stop getting my caster killed at ranged, and you'll be more focused on the scenario. But there you have it, and thanks for watching. Bye.